Hello all of you. Today's our topic for discussion is mobile database systems, in which we will be discussing today the transaction management part. Okay. So let's start with this. The basic transaction properties are ACID properties, which all of you must be knowing. You have studied this in database system subjects also. These are the atomicity, consistency, isolation and durability. All these are too rigid for a mobile database system. So we require a flexibility which can be introduced using the workflow concept. Thus, a part of the transaction can be executed and committed independent to its other parts. Transaction fragments for distribution. This is a simple architecture for the distribution of transaction fragments, in which the base stations are connected to the main switching center and base station center, and finally to the HLR, VLR and to the PSTN. Now transaction fragments for distributed execution. The execution scenario. The user issues transactions from his or her mobile unit and the final result comes back to the same mobile unit. The user transaction may not be completely executed at the mobile unit, so it is fragmented and then distributed among database servers for the execution. This creates a distributed mobile execution. Now some mobile transaction models. First is the kangaroo transaction. It is requested at a mobile unit but processed at the DBMS on the fixed network. The management of the transaction moves with the mobile unit. Each transaction is divided into sub-transactions. Two types of processing modes are allowed. One, ensuring the overall atomicity by requiring compensating transactions at the sub-transaction levels. Next is reporting and co-transactions. The parent transaction workflow is represented in the terms of reporting and co-transactions, which can execute anywhere. A reporting transaction can share its partial results with the parent transaction anytime and can commit independently. A co-transaction is a special class or reporting transaction which can be forced to wait by the other transaction. Next is the clustering. A mobile transaction is decomposed into a set of weak and strict transactions. The decomposition is done based on the consistency requirement. The read and write operations are also classified as weak and strict. Semantics based. This model assumes a mobile transaction to be a long-lived task and splits large and complex objects into smaller manageable fragments. These fragments are put together again by the merge operation at the server end. If the fragments can be recombined in any order, then the objects are termed as reorderable objects. This is a schematic diagram for mobile transaction execution, where databases are connected to the mobile unit 1, which is having transaction 1 denoted by T1 having events E1, E2 and E3, where the different events are using the different databases. Again the transaction T2 having events E4, E5 and having access to the different databases. Serialization of concurrent execution. It is carried out by two-phase locking based, which is very commonly used. Next is time stepping. Next is optimistic. Now some reasons why these methods may not work satisfactorily. Wired and wireless messages have severe overheads. They are hard to efficiently support disconnected operations. They are hard to manage locking and unlocking operations. Serialization of concurrent execution. New schemes based on timeout, multi-version, etc. may work. A scheme which uses minimum number of messages, especially wireless messages, is required. Databases are updated to maintain global consistency. Database update problem arises when mobile units are also allowed to modify the database. So to maintain global consistency, an efficient database updates scheme is necessary. Transaction commit. In mobile database systems, a transaction may be fragmented and may run at more than two nodes, mobile units and database systems. An efficient commit protocol is necessary, such as two-phase commit or three-phase commit is no good because of their generous messaging requirements. A scheme which uses very few messages are especially wireless, which is as desirable. One possible such scheme is timeout based protocol. The concept of this is the mobile units and databases guarantees to complete the execution of the fragments of a mobile transaction within their predefined timeouts. Thus, during processing, no communication is required. At the end of timeout, each node commits their fragments independently. Protocol is TCOT or transaction commit on timeout. The requirement for this are coordinator which coordinates the transaction commit operation, home mobile unit which is responsible for mobile transactions which originates here, commit set in which the nodes which process mobile transactions such as mobile units plus database systems, and the timeout which is the time period for executing a fragment. When the mobile transaction arrives at home mobile unit, then the mobile unit extracts its fragment and estimates timeout and sends the rest of mobile transaction to the coordinator. The coordinator further fragments the mobile transaction and distributes them to the members of the commit set. The mobile unit processes and commits its fragments and sends the update to the coordinator for database systems. The database systems process their fragments and informs the coordinator, and finally the coordinator commits or aborts the mobile transaction. Now transaction and database recovery. These are very complex due to the following reasons: because some of the processing nodes are mobile, they are less resilient to the physical use, they are limited wireless channels, they have limited power supply, they have disconnected processing capability. So these are the desirable recovery features. First is independent recovery capability. Next is efficient logging and checkpointing facility. Next is log duplication facility. The independent recovery capability reduces the communication overhead. Thus, the mobile units can recover without any help from the database systems. The efficient logging and checkpointing facility conserves the battery power. The log duplication facility improves the reliability of recovery scheme. These are the possible approaches: partial recovery capability, use of mobile agent technology, logging at the processing node, logging at a centralized location, logging at the place of registration, saving logs on zip drive or floppies. Now conclusions and summary part. The wireless networks are becoming a commonly used communication platform as it provides a cheaper way to get connected, and in some cases this is the only way to reach the people. However, it has a number of easy and difficult problems, and they must be solved before mobile database systems can be built. So this tutorial was discussed some of the problems and identified a number of possible approaches for their solutions. The emerging trend is to make all service providing disciplines such as webs, e-commerce platforms, workflow systems, etc., which are fully mobile, so that any service can be provided from any place. The customers can surf the information space from any location at any time and do their shopping, make flight reservations, open a bank account, attend lectures, and so on. So this is what the wireless technology is driving us to. Thank you all of you.